Please do not throw the whole house on this trade. There we go. I am in there. All these on the signals. Okay. Okay. Now we wait. Now we wait. Why don't you wait till New York Open? Is there a reason to just catching prior to move? Yeah, so that's the idea. So the idea is determining where we're going. So, I see we're at a structure here. I see we're at structure right here. hit this, rejected it. We're also at a 30-minute MA. As you can see, this is playing out actually very nicely already, which is what we want to see. We want to see us make that initial move to our direction before New York opens, so it just continues that move. Ideally, obviously, we see this shoot up. So we are already at a let's see, 188, and I had a 158 stop. Oops, oops. I always get these confused. There we go. So we enter right here. Beautiful, it's already there. Okay, do this. So again, don't risk the house on this, please. It's not the most beautiful thing. It looks good. It does look good. I wouldn't have taken it if it doesn't look good. But do not, you know, make this your full margin trade if you're gonna do it because we do have this here. We do have to break above this. So keep that in mind. I think overall, I think we'll buy no matter what happens. I think overall today we will buy. Um, I just because Trump is speaking and all of that, especially with this daily candle close, it's just are we gonna drop down, take out liquidity or pool get the pool liquidity, which is everybody's stop losses down here, and then go up or what? Because this wick right here, I mean, unless there's market manipulation, this says we do not want to go down. So as obvious as everything. This says we do not want to go down. Just like this said we didn't want to go up yet. Just like this said we didn't want to go down. So unless there's some crazy market manipulation, it should be a bullish day. At the very least, this day should do nothing. At the very least, we should stay around this area and just bounce up and down, or it should be bullish. If it's anything but that, I'm gonna call manipulation because there's no way in hell we fill this wick. This shit says we do not want to go down. And if we do fill that wick, then some big boys trying to get some positions. So I don't see that happening, but anything's possible, especially with US 30. So Nas moves pretty clean sometimes compared to US 30. So you can see even here. I'm gonna look around a little bit too. I'm gonna look around just a little bit. So we come up to this 5-minute MA, we at a 1 to 2.5, which is plausible, easily plausible. Mm, Turn a little music on in the background here in a second. Let's see. So 918, we'll be getting some volume here shortly. That 925, 927 volume is probably going to tell us a good bit too. Usually does. Let's look at some other things here just in case. Double top right there on the 30-minute on EU. That looks like it actually wants to go down, but you're going to hit this resistance or this support here. And yeah, this MA. So you could go up, but that would mean it would invalidate this double top on the 30-minute. Bit of a large double top right here too. The 4 hour, let's see. Yeah, we're beneath the 4 hour MA. Let's see how the daily closed. Yeah, this is weird. I wouldn't even. Wouldn't even. Uh, G looks like it wants to buy. Wait for maybe a pull down though, some sort. Yeah. US 30 is continuing up. Nice. There we go. That's what we want to see pre-market. We want to see pre-market give us, profit. And reason why is obvious for obvious reasons, but also because if we're in profit pre-market, we're just less likely to be not in profit at post-market, open. Not to say that can't happen, but I do like seeing us break above this 15-minute MA. We're respecting this 30-minute MA and structure here. If we get like a 30-minute bullish engulfing here, that would be really ideal, which means this candle is going to engulf with the body of it, this previous bearish candle. That would be super ideal, and we would be looking extremely good for the day. So if we can get that in the next 8.5 minutes, that'd be really nice. Regardless, we're looking really good right now. We are looking really good right now. And I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see. What are we up right now? We're up a decent bit. Hmm. We could even stop loss to break even in a moment. Let's see what this next 5-minute candle looks like. These next few minutes do. Let's see. Because it looks like on the lower time frames it wants to continue down, but even on like the 1 hour here, and we do a bit of a double top here. It's kind of sketchy, not gonna lie. Let's see. Yeah, that 1 hour double top is not ideal for sure. Um, we could have some play around. We could have some play around. So if you wanted to, as we get closer to 9:30 open, you could move stop loss to break even. And then worst comes to worst, you just get closed out of break even and we readjust from there. Because ideally we don't even come down to break even again, if this does what we want here. But these next these next 4 to 7 minutes are going to tell us a lot right before open. So let's see what happens. Mm, I got entry at 45.10. Didn't mean I need swing trading. Yeah. Nice. Sweet. 45.10. Oh shit. You're way down there. If you're on a Wanda chart and you're using the numbers from a Wanda chart, then you got in 45.10. You got in what the hell? I don't even know. Nice.
Yeah, I got it like on daily, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was funny when we oh yeah, nice, nice, nice yesterday. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was calling this out too on live yesterday in the VIP room. I was like, I don't think we're closing down here, guys. I was like, I think we reject this area and we push back up, even though we got this bit of a double top here. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
nice.
just trying to test out because I love US 30. I just don't really have the capital, but I'm like, let me just do one of 0.01 and learn
Yeah,
how to swing because I want to do swing trading. Not I don't want to do I mean, I don't mind scalping, but because I don't really have the funds, I'm like, I'd rather do swing. It's just less risk.
Yeah, yeah, swinging is nice, and don't get me wrong, like what I tell everybody is like have the ability to do everything. Have the ability to
Mm,
and what I mean by that is not to be a scalper or not to be a swing trader, but if you like even if you're a swing trader, I want you to enter like a scalper. And
mm,
if you're a scalper, I want you to be able to hold like a swing trader because that's when
mm,
you start to really like every trade is different. Every trade is a unique opportunity. So like this right here, we have a 1 hour double top. I'm not when I saw that, I was like, ooh, and even this 5 minute close, I'm like, I don't know about that. We'll see, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not opposed to just bringing stop loss to break even right here and just letting it do what it does. And if I get stopped out of break even, no harm, no foul. We readjust, see what the liquidity is doing, and then continue from there. And if it looks like it has the potential to be held as a swing trade, I could hold it for a few days or even a few weeks if I want. Like when it was over here, I was telling my people over here that US 30 was on sale. And sure enough, 1 to 15, it shows red because we're on the daily time frame. But went to a 1 to 15 way up here. I said you could hold this for a few days. And sure enough, could have held it for 2, 3 days from here. Right. Same thing with this. Could potentially hold this for 3, 4 days, maybe in the rest of the week, depending on what happens. I don't see this being a bearish week. I would be very surprised if it was. I see it either being like a up and down kind of week where we stay around this area and maybe come up a little bit and start to like correct this super bullish push we had, or slightly bullish week overall. But the ability to be able to enter like a scalper and hold like a swing trader is obviously like the best of both worlds. Because then you get crazy entries, you get crazy R to R, and you can hold that indefinitely. There's some buddies of mine and some swing trades that have been in for the last 10 months, and they're up on those swing trades, but they entered like scalpers. They took those, every position was like a new trade in itself. And then they just, hey, I'm gonna hold this. I see the long term on the, monthly, weekly, daily. I'm gonna get in where I fit in, enter like a scalper, make sure I have high R to R on these setups, and then hold it like a swing trader. So yeah, that's what I even no matter how you trade, that's what I recommend. The ability to be flexible in your like trading capacity, if you will. Because imagine you enter a swing trade and you have a 30-point stop loss, and that trade goes for 1,300 points over the course of 2 weeks or something, or a week or whatever on US 30. Like you're gonna be like, holy shit, like this is the way to do it. So
yeah. And I even because US started a little faster too, I looked at SP 500 or SPX 500
uh
and I got in also yesterday when it was down and I believe that's also a swing trade as well. And
nice.
I got in at like a 0.05 on that one and it's already up like barely any drawdown and I'm like up like $300.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
So I'm just like, I should have learned swing trading first versus all the other bad habits of scalping and
Right.
but I can only try to correct it now. So I'm
Right.
just going back to the basics.
I get you. And that's the thing. See, like I'll take trades and some of my trades will last literally 5 to 15 minutes and people will be like, that's scalping. And I'm like, but I was prepared to hold it for four days if I wanted. I was
Yeah.
prepared to hold it for 8 hours. Like if it showed me what I wanted to see, I would have held it for 8 hours. And if I
Mm,
early, that's on me. Okay, take it on the chin and we wait. We get it on the next one or whatever, or we play the next one smarter. Like this one
mm,
right here, not even gonna hold y'all. I would move stop loss to break even. I would move stop loss to break even, maybe even take some partials out of this trade and then see what it does at open. Because right now, this movement is a little interesting. It's 929, so I would say do that. I would say stop loss break even, maybe even take a little bit out, and let's see what we do because right now it looks like it might have a grab down. So just letting you on the yeah, look, here we go. This is where US 30 shows its face. Let's see. Now, when I say stop loss break even, I mean like at this entry or maybe a little bit below. Let's see. We could reject this 1 minute. We could fly right past it. So we got 20 seconds. This personally looks like if we close like this looks like we're going to want to go down. We do have the 30-minute structure and the 30-minute MA. So we're in between a bit of a rock and a hard place. So honestly, it could do anything, which is why I just say stop loss break even. Looks like we're gonna get a decent close there. That's nice. There we go. Let's see if we continue that. That's good. That's a great sign on the open. That is a phenomenal sign on the open. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Sheesh. Just pushed up.
Yeah. Let's see. It might come back down though. It's looking a little sketch. Not gonna lie.
It's NFP too, so they probably wait until Friday to do that big push.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Friday's gonna be a big day for sure. If this 1 minute can continue. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, man.
Oh my G.
Come on, man.
Sheesh.
That's how we do it. This how we do it. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Not gonna lie, I'm closing some here. I am definitely closing some here. Definitely closing some here. Yep, I am closing some. And stop loss should definitely be at break even or even in profit. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I would definitely take some partials right here. Definitely. That's how we do it. Let's go. Yep, you could take partials, leave runners, stop loss at least at break even. I could see this. I could see, depending on this how this 5 minute closes, we'll know a lot more. Like I said, risk-free trade. You should have taken profit out. You're chilling. You're up right now for the day, no matter what happens. Hit a 1 to 3.2, 1 to 3.1, whatever. You're up right now, no matter what happens, guys. Let's go. Let's go. That's how we do it. What was that? What was that? 15 minutes, 20 minutes? What was that? Let's go. This is how we do. Yup, yep. This 5 minute could close strong. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Sheesh. Let's go. 1 to 3.4. Yeah, 5 minutes gonna close beautifully. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's go. 1 to 3.6. Let's go. Nice. 1 to 3.6. Caught live trading. Let's go. Let's go. Sweet. Come on, who's up, man? Who's up? Who's made some money? I hope you guys all have. All right, let's see. Look, stop loss could have been at break even since I said, and chilling. You're absolutely chilling. Jeez, 1 to 3.7. I'm gonna have to do another video. Nice. Jeez, how long even was that? Why you so late for the call? Yo, this guy's crazy. Why are you so late for a call? Feedback. If you have a got trade, please share a few hours ago, not a second. Spelled SECEND. We are a human, not a algo. PLZZZZZZ. Understand that. We are love your analysis, so don't hurt our emotion. We feel like ups missed the opportunity, so share trades hours ago, okay, not a second. Bro, I can't tell you what I'm gonna take at 9:30. I can tell you an idea. I can tell you the idea that, hey, I believe, but that's what the VIP signals room is for. They knew yesterday that I believed the daily was gonna close high and that we'd be looking for buys today. So somebody said, guess who saw the meme? Like, come on, bro, be on the live trading or just take the trade. I called it. I called it when it was right around that area. I called it at 9:11. So come on, man. Come on, dog. All you had to do is click some buttons on your phone. Take a bathroom break at work if that's what you're doing, and just click some buttons on your phone. Have notifications turn on. Have it, have this be the only notification on your phone that actually makes a sound or something. 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Let's go. 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes, 1 to 3.7. Come on, man. Come on, man. And it's probably gonna continue. So come on. Look, we are hitting this resistance here. So again, if you haven't taken any partials, I would take some partials. I would take like half your position here and then stop loss in profit at a one to one or something, and then let it ride. At least half your position. I mean, you could close out for the day and be chilling in and out just like that. That's preferably, honestly, how I like to trade. Now you could hold this, right? But I like to get in, get out. This could come up to this 1 hour MA. This 1 hour is going to be crucial to know where this closes as well, by the way. This 1 hour could come up to this MA, aligning with this wick over here at 45,330. So keep that in mind. 30-minute is going to be a telltale as well. This 30-minute closing beneath here, depending on how far it closes beneath here, if it does, is going to say we're maybe going to have a pullback, come back down, and then push up. Or this is just a nice grab to the upside, and then we're going to play around, like I said, for today, go up and down, up and down, up and down. So keep that in mind. I think the big moves, like we were talking about, I think the big moves that happen that we hold happen tomorrow or Friday. Don't get me wrong, I think you could hold this. But again, where's your equity at? And where do you want your equity to be at? And where's your balance at? So basically how I tell people is, hey, if you're down, let's say in a prop firm or you're down in your personal account, if you're down in equity and you're having like a negative week or whatever so far, and we're up 1 to 2, 1 to 3, just take profit. Take profit, maybe leave a runner, stop loss, break even. End the discussion. That's it. And because I want you to be up in equity before you say, okay, like if you're up 8% on a prop firm challenge and you're risking 1% on the trade, okay, cool. Then it's one of those things where you're like, just move the stop loss to break even, maybe take 30, 40% of your position where we're at, and then let the other 70% ride. Either way, no matter what happens, you're winning. You're not losing anything today at all. And then you'll be up maybe 9, 10% for the week, maybe instead of 11 or 12 if if it does get stopped out of break even or something like that. So this exact trade though, I would have definitely, as I said, once we were up here, as we were a few minutes ago, definitely take majority position out right here, let it ride because now it looks like we might want to have a pullback. We're hitting all this structure, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, looks like it's in for a pullback. Could pull back to probably the 230 area potentially. Let's see. 230 maybe as low as 210 area. If this is just a pullback, we do have a double top on the 1 minute there. So that was showing us that we wanted to do this. There's that area I just called out. That 240, 230 area, aligning with the tops of these wicks here. This is price action, guys. So I hope you're paying attention to what I'm saying. That's how we do it. So again, just a word to the wise. As you guys trade, know that the number one thing is to protect your capital above all else. It's to trade, to live to trade another day. I don't care about. I don't care. Yes, I've done it. I've hit 1 to 10s, 1 to 20s, 1 to 50s. I've called a 1 to 56 in my damn VIP signals room, and I just called I think what a 1 to 39 or something a few weeks ago. Um, and listen, those things can happen, but ultimately, I don't care about. I don't like it's amazing, right? It's amazing. It's amazing to have happen. But at the end of the day, we're here for consistency. We're here for longevity. We're here to actually make profits day in, day out, week in, week out, month out, year out, year in, year out. So how do you do that? You protect your capital. You live to trade another day. You protect your capital at all costs, no matter what. So that's why I said very early, stop loss or break even. We protect our capital. Don't care. Don't care because how I see it is we're either gonna tank down once I saw these 5 minute candles, or we're gonna fly past and go up. And we went the way we wanted. Cool. Analysis was correct. Cool. Fundamentals was basis was correct. Cool. And if it was wrong, we'd have just been stopped out of break even, we'd have readjusted, maybe taken sells, waited for a pullback or something of that same structure that we broke during 9:30 open, maybe get into some sells. So having that flexibility and having the capacity to protect your capital at all costs is crucial. Protect your capital. When you go from losing weeks or losing days to break even weeks and break even days, that is massive progress. So understand that that's massive, massive progress. And when you do that, that's when the game starts to change because now all you have to do is go from break even days and weeks to profitable days and weeks. And I don't care if it's $10, $20, $100, whatever it is to start, whether it's personal capital or a prop firm, that's how you progress. And that's how you actually develop this into a career that lasts long and that you just compile and keep doing that over a long enough period of time where you're doing $1,000 days, $10,000 days, $100,000 days, right? It's just a matter of time. That's what I always tell my people. If you know you're going to put in the work, if you know you're going to do what needs to be done, it's just a matter of time. So there you go. Look at that. A beautiful retest, push off of this structure, exactly where I said it would come down to. Could have taken actually another second entry here if you, for whatever reason, weren't in already. I'm pretty sure all you guys are in. But yeah, came right down to where I said it would and bounced off. Nice 1 minute bullish engulfing. Keep in mind, we would like to see this. If this 5 minute can close like this or higher, that's ideal. That is ideal. Then that means it's just a nice little pullback, and we'll be looking to continue up and potentially breaking this 30-minute structure here, potentially. And then obviously we'd like to see this 15-minute close pretty high. If this 15-minute can close above the bodies of these here, that's great. If this 15-minute can close above the bodies here, that's excellent. Or this 15 and 30-minute rather. Let's read some of these chats. Is the VIP this good? LOL. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And there's lifetime, man. So the lifetime only equates to about 5 months of monthly. So it is worth it. It is worth it because a lot of people stay in longer than 5 months. So I made the lifetime it's kind of stupid how cheap it is because it's only 5 months of time that you would be in. And a lot of people spend a lot more than 5 months in there. I've had people in there for 3 years, 4 years. So since conception. So yeah. Some of which have actually paid monthly the whole time, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, like even when I had lifetime, you didn't buy it, but all right, whatever, it's whatever, man, do you? So okay, yep, we're coming down, retesting that again. 5 minute closed high, but see how it's bearish? That's not ideal. Now this is where the protecting your capital comes into play because now that we retested this and we're breaking back down, this could very well continue down. So keep that in mind.
Mm,
But like I said, we've already closed majority of positions up here, and we're already stop loss break even or stop loss 1 to 1 or something like that. So that's pretty much the trade right there.
mm,
There you go. Now, if you're still holding this like a crazy wild animal and you have full stop loss open, I feel bad for you. I would not do that. As I said up here, I really hope you guys listen and close partials up here at least partials, if not majority positions. Notice I haven't touched my phone because I've already been out of this. Just doing analysis for you guys. Because I don't care to, again, it's NFP week. You have to know where you're at in the market. It's NFP week. I don't care to do a crazy thing. I don't care to risk a bunch of capital. I don't care to blow an account or go full margin or go do some flip right now. It's NFP week. Now, if I wanted to, I could throw, okay, throw 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever amount into an account. And then come NFP, I just go, okay, it's starting to fly at 9:30. I'm gonna enter a buy right here, no stop loss, and just see if I can flip this account to 10K off of one trade, or something crazy like that. But in these days, in my main account, I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm just protecting my capital. I'm getting in and out where I see fit. I'm understanding the technicals and the fundamentals and where we're at in the market. This is NFP week. I'm stressing that a lot because you should not be trying to have a killer crazy week. You should not be trying to hit 1 to 10, 1 to 20 R2Rs. Those things can happen, but the idea is consistency. So how do you be consistent? You analyze the trade per trade, which is why I said we have that 1 hour double top. We have this 30-minute structure here. If we're going to pull up, this is where it's going to be to, and look, pulled up to here, rejected. And now it's a matter of, okay, are we just playing around here? Are we doing a full retest? Because US 30 does whatever the hell it wants. It really does. And we also have some news at 10. We also have Trump speaking at 2. So keep that in mind. I would highly recommend, if you guys have the time, if you guys can be there, to watch the Trump speech and watch the market. Watch US 30 specifically. I'm not saying all you have to trade is US 30. I actually trade everything, as you can see over here. I trade EU, gold, NAS, GU, all these pairs over here. I've traded, and I'll look at these. And if I see something better on them, then I'll get into it. I just have looked at US 30 quite a lot. And if you can trade US 30, you can trade anything. If you can trade US 30, you can trade anything because of this type of stuff here. If you understand when to get in, when to get out, market structure, market patterns, technicals, fundamentals on this, you can understand it all on all of these and more. So it looks like we are doing that full retest of right here, and we probably are going to break through. That's what it looks like right now. And we'll probably come down to, if we do break, probably this area, 45, 150 area. Potentially, we do have structure right here. That's what we're hitting right now. That's what we're rejecting. Let's see. Show you guys. This is the structure we're hitting right here. So you see how this lines up with the bodies here, body, 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 wick, 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 body, body enclosure, body enclosure, body enclosure, wick. This is the structure we're hitting right here. So that's a pretty good structure. So it's going to take a decent amount to break that. Nothing says we can't though, that's for sure. Because keep in mind, Trump's speaking today, and we're playing against trillions of dollars in the market. We're playing against trillions of dollars in the market as retail traders. So keep that in mind. These big boys might be saying, Trump's speaking today. Okay. Trump's always speaking hawkish. Let's bring this market down. Let's bring it down somewhere we want to get into buys for when Trump's speaking. Like literally, like that's how it could happen. So I think about all this stuff, guys. Look at this double top though on the 1 hour. This is what we were worried about right here. This is the main thing that said we could sell. Double top. See the M pattern here? Boom, 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 boom. And if this is a confirmed double top, we'll actually break beneath this middle part here, beneath the bottom of the M. We'll actually break and come down probably to this structure here at the 45.70, maybe as low as 45,000. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys are learning something, and I hope you guys made money off of this trade, and I hope you listen to me. You could still technically be in this if you kept full exposure, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, is the VIP live like this? Yes. Yes, VIP live. So the VIP, some of the VIPs are actually in here right now. But yeah, the VIP live is exactly like this. I'm going over everything I'm seeing. I'm going over all the technicals, the fundamentals. I'm answering questions. I'm live trading, calling my signal as it happens, telling you my stop loss, everything just like this. This is exactly how I do the VIP lives. The only difference is I do the VIP lives 2 to 4 times per week, and I only do the free lives in the free groups for once a week on Wednesdays typically. Sometimes I'll do it twice a week, but just depends. There we go, getting a good rejection off of that structure there. Doesn't mean much yet. That doesn't mean much yet to me. No question. How do you get so good at US 30 over the years? Any specific thing a mentor or someone taught you? Yeah, I've learned from a lot of people, man. Um, I have learned from a lot of people. I think the thing that got me the best at US 30, so I basically took like six big traders strategies and slash like skill sets like I took like fundamentals from a certain person. I took the MA from a certain person. I took the market patterns from a certain person. I like obviously like these are things anybody can kind of teach, but I just grabbed them from the people that I was learning from. And I actually made my own strategy, which is what this is. I made my own strategy. I combined the things I saw fit that made the most sense to me and fit my personality, my strategy the best and that I saw the highest win rate with as well, and the highest R to R possible as well with, which is why I can get 30-point stop losses on US 30, get in and out in 30 minutes and catch a 1 to 3.6, 1 to 3.7, and be chilling. So yeah, man. I think the biggest thing that actually makes you good at trading is just showing up and getting on the charts every day. You need a mentor, yes, you do need a mentor. Mentors will help you, whether it's me or somebody else. I would obviously recommend myself just because I know there's a lot of bullshit traders out there. You obviously see I really do this shit. So with that being said, yes, I would recommend a mentor to everybody. Everybody needs a damn mentor. If you don't get a mentor, you're playing yourself. You're taking what could take you 5 years. You're taking what could take you, 5 months, and you're making it take 5 years because you want to learn by yourself, or you want to just buy a course and then half-ass do it, or you want to just get signals. You can learn stuff that way. Yes, 100%. But until you get a mentor, it's not the same, I promise. Once you start getting around me, once we're one-on-one or we meet up in person, which I also offer to my mentorship students, and it's a lifetime mentorship. So anything you want to send me to review, anything you want to tell me, there you go. Look, yep, we're going to continue down to that place I said. Alarm just got hit. You ought to be sleeping through the night and your alarms just go crazy. I have alarms on like everything here. That's another thing. Utilize alarms, guys. Utilize alarms. Um, but also, yes, just looking at the chart. Besides a mentor, just looking at the chart every day. Getting on and looking at the chart. So I've looked at US 30 pretty much every day for the last like 5, 6 years at New York Open. So I'm um very intuitive when it comes to the amount of volume I see on the 1 minute, how the 5 minute closes, the 15 minute, all this stuff I can teach somebody directly in a mentorship. I can sit you down and say, do you see how this moves? We'll go through and literally watch it together like we're doing here on this live. And I'll say, do you see what I'm saying here? Do you see why I said that? Do you see the volume in this candle? Do you see how fast this moved to this side? And da, 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 da. Like if you can do that with US 30, I can have you do it with any other pair too. So that's another thing. Once you learn US 30, the volatility and volume is so crazy in US 30. Once you learn how to get in, get out, take your money, protect your capital, when to get in, when to get out, all that, you're set. Like, because if you can trade this monster, you can trade anything, bro. I promise. I promise. But yeah, just looking at the charts, getting a mentor, showing up every day, showing up every day to look at the charts at the same time. It's huge. And there's a correlation between 8:30 and 9:30 as well. That's a whole nother thing in itself. There's a lot, bro. There's a lot that I could really, and I have with my students, put you on game for when it comes to US 30 specifically and every other single pair. Because at that 8:30, there's something that happens typically, and at 9:30, there's something that happens typically that can tell you kind of what's going on, along with knowing fundamentals, market structure, patterns, having, quarter point theory, having the MA, all that stuff. That's smart. Damn, thanks, bro, for today. I'm gonna get in the VIP this week. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll see you in there, man. And keep in mind, there is a lifetime. So if you think you'll be in for longer than 5 months, which I would assume you probably would, then the lifetime is there as well, and you'll actually save money in the long run. Mm. Oh, by the way, the mentorship, I actually am potentially starting today offering financing as well for mentorship. So you're going to be able to do mentorship for if you have like a good enough credit and everything, you'll be able to do it for zero down on like a $2,500 mentorship. So that's going to be pretty crazy because a lot of people are going to be able to get mentorship. Obviously, we qualify you first and make sure that, you're a good fit. But yeah, there's going to be potential for that as well. So keep that in mind. And other payments would be maybe around like 100, 200, 300, depending on your credit and your background, stuff like that. They take into account. Then obviously, if we're just a good fit to actually have me teach you. So yeah, let's see. I'm kind of just here hanging out with you guys now. I've been out of this trade. I've been chilling. I've been giving you analysis just in case you were still in, like a goofball. But yeah, you can see we're retesting the structure here. Yep. Is that right where I said it was going to come down to earlier? Yeah, I said we were going to come down past this, the middle point, and that's what we're doing. Double top is playing out, and looks like we're about to do it like right now. We came right to where right to where my freaking thing was. That's hilarious as I'm saying it. But yeah, this happens on so many lives, it's actually ridiculous. Um, so yeah, I can see us coming out of the structure here, 4570 area. Yeah, definitely at least, to the bottom of these wicks here, 4590, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I think we'll come down to this 4570 area if this double top plays out, which it is looking like it is. So yeah. If there's no other questions, that is it. That is all for today. We're in and out just like that. It's 10 a.m. over here, Eastern Standard Time, 9:58 a.m. Can go about your life now. You made money in the markets, got in, got out, made money, can go about your life and trade again tomorrow. Like that's the game, guys. That's the game. That's how I personally prefer to trade. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm in this trade, let's say we continued up. If I'm in this trade and I decided that since it's not NFP week, since there's good movement, since there's better things I'm seeing, there wasn't a double top on the 1 hour and there wasn't a 30-minute structure, we had to break right there, and it wasn't so wonky at the bottom of a bearish move recently. If there was more things that added up that I liked, I could have held that trade and would have made sense to hold it. And I would have had stop loss at least at break even, or maybe a 1 to 2 once we were at like a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and could have held that to maybe like a 1 to 10 or something like that. So yeah, keep that in mind that there's always those possibilities. And basically, when you're doing something like that, and my point is you're not going to be stressed out about it because you already took profit on the market. You already took 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever it is, or whatever it is you risk. See, I risk on my personal accounts anywhere from 5 to 10%. So if I do a 1 to 3, I'm doing 15% to 30% of my account. So it gets kind of ridiculous. But you have to be a good trader to do that. I'm not going to recommend you to trade 5 to 10% of your capital because you're probably going to overtrade. You're probably not going to take wise positions. You're not ready for that, maybe. Some of you might be, but most of you probably not. And that's where mentorship comes into play. That's where learning comes into play. That's where time and consistency comes into play. I can comfortably risk 5 to 10% of my account on any one trade and make 15 to 30% or even 100% on big trades of my account in one trade and be fully perfectly leveraged, perfectly at risk, perfectly fine with the risk I'm taking because I understand my win rate, I understand my risk to reward, and I understand the results I've had in the past and how consistently I can do this. So that's when trading gets really crazy. Yep, we're doing exactly as I said. Now, if I really cared to, we could have gotten in cells up here because we saw this coming, right? Obviously, I called it out. So could have gotten in cells up here. But I don't care to. Once I win one trade, I don't really care to trade anymore. I'm in and out. Don't need my brain capacity used for any more trading or decision making in trading. I made my money for the day. I'm in and I'm out. Boom, done. Job is done. And I go about, maybe working on other stuff or going about living my life. So yeah, we could have right here. So let's analyze if you wanted to take sells on this. So after this 5 minute close, you could have gotten actually sells right here if we wanted to analyze it like this. You could have gotten sells on this MA. Stop loss would have been above this wick. That would have been a 260 to 290, 300. Yeah, like a 40-point stop, depending on where you got in right here. If we wanted to say, let's say we missed that, then we want to get in on this retest of the structure after this 5 minute close down here, which would be right there at the bottom of the 1 minute MA. I'm literally showing you guys how to trade right now if you wanted to take multiple positions or take multiple trades a day. You could have even hedged, which is another thing I teach in my mentorship. If you do want to learn how to hedge, which is what banks do, so they basically never lose. That was my foot on the chair. So we basically never lose. Um, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing I can teach, but you got to be ready for that. So
So
40,
do you
it's
so do you think
technically,
like that sorry. Do you
you're
think
good.
that that cell right there was just like a small cell? Because I see it's pushing back up.
Yeah, this right here. So let's say you got in at the bottom of this 1 minute MA 213. I would have put stop loss above this structure here, above this over here, around like 230, 240, somewhere like that, just to be safe. And then you could have taken this down to here. So let's just hypothetically say we did that. This is just teaching. This is just, live kind of teaching how you could have went about this if you wanted to change your bias, which I've done before. Boom. So let's say here, boom. It's a bit of a high stop loss. Hey, let's just say you even had a 250. Let's just go a little higher than I probably would have. Because I probably would have put a stop loss around 240. That'd be a 1 to 6, which is insane. Let's just say you went a little higher, 250. All right, 251, whatever. There you go, 1 to 4. Like this could have been two trades today. Could have realized what was going on up here. Boom, got out. But once I win one, I don't really care to take another. I don't care to take another. I went through days where I've learned from them and I've said, oh, dude, I freaking, this is all newbie mistakes. You go and you win a trade and you're like, I'm gonna win another one. And you get greedy. No, 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 no. We just caught basically a 1 to 4. We're chilling. We closed out 1 to 3.5. What more do I need? What more do I need? I risked 10% of the personal account. Okay, we made 35% today. What else do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So that's when, especially if you're on higher capital as well. So as you get developed to trade higher capital or you start getting better at trading and you decide to invest in a personal account and trade higher capital, that's when you really develop a true freedom with trading. Obviously you want to be consistent on lower capital before that. I'm not telling you to just drop, all your savings into a trading account, but when the time is right, it's actually pretty smart to do. When you trust yourself, it's actually the smartest thing you can do. When you actually get the skill set, it's the best thing you can do because sitting in your savings account is not making you any money. It's actually losing you money because the amount you're making on your 0.001% interest is way less than, what you're actually going to make in the trading account. Plus, you have inflation. So the longer your money sits in the bank account, the less it's actually worth. So keep that in mind. You're better off holding XRP or Bitcoin or something like that and using that as your savings account. Like actually, that's free game right there. Um, Took sales from there. Nice, nice. Oh, what MA is that? Bro, I've given it away for free way too many times, bro. Oh, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. The MA is a damn good MA. Look at this. Let me just show you the power of this MA, man. I got this from one of the industry legends, one of the best traders in the game. He told me about this MA. I got direct mentorship from him. Um, yeah, look at this MA. Look at this 1 hour. Look at this. Look at that touch. So when it's trending, I'm going to show you guys it's not that beautiful there in the 1 hour. Might be like the third minute or something like that, might be better. But when we're trending, let's find the 4 hour. Just look at, I want you to just look at the MA and how it plays a role. Okay, here's the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. I think when we go to the 30 minute, we'll see a lot of touches. So like swing trading, imagine swing trading from here. Imagine getting in on this daily MA at this structure. Look at that, how perfectly hit that structure. I had this drawn up beforehand based on all this over here. Imagine getting in.
I literally had an entry there, but then I just closed around like the 44. I think I closed around 44 9 something. Like I closed around
Nice.
there.
That's great though. I mean, if you got an entry anywhere in here and you close around 44.9, like that's beautiful. That's great. I mean, you
No,
held that
no,
for.
yeah, yeah, to there. But I'm like, man, imagine I would have held all this up there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing though. You can't beat yourself.
Imagine.
You can't beat yourself up. And like one of the key tools, like I'm gonna get a little like spiritual and kind of deep right now, but one of the main tools that I've utilized as far as like mentality goes is gratitude. So like you guys should be waking up every day, thanking, I choose God, whatever you want to call it, the
Yeah.
universe, or whatever you guys want to call it. Give thanks. Give thanks for wealth, give thanks for health, give thanks for your family, your friends, love, joy, happiness. Give for waking up today. Give thanks for being able
Yeah.
to walk, all that. When you're grateful, man, like, man, I get goosebumps. I'm literally got goosebumps right now. When you're just grateful for the basics, that's when, imagine you're a father or mother, some of you may have kids. If your child is grateful for you giving them a lollipop, you're gonna want to go get them the whole damn box of lollipops. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So what I tell people is God doesn't give you the 10 unless you're grateful for the one. Like I get goosebumps on my
Mm,
face right now. I have goosebumps on
yeah.
my face right now. Like it's crazy. I have goosebumps all over my body right now just saying that, bro, because it's so real and I've seen it work literally miracles in my life, just being grateful, taking a second with God and giving thanks and giving praise and being grateful, and if you only have $10 to your name right now, give thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, God, that I have this $10. Thank you very much. Like thank you, God, that I can eat today. Like literally start to be aware of what you have. And because if you focus on what you don't have, you're gonna get more of that. If you focus on what you do,
Mm,
more of that. Your mind is a magnet to whatever you believe. It really is. So when you choose to believe in the good, choose to believe in hey, yeah, so agree. Gratitude is powerful. Absolutely. Like it's one of the most highest vibrational emotional states on the face of the planet. Like it's next to enlightenment. Because like, bro, it's so when you reach that state of just pure gratitude for everything, whether you made $5 today or $10 or $1 million, when you're sitting there and you go, thank God, like, thank you, let's go. Like, yes, like, thank you so much, whatever. And you give thanks and glory to something above yourself. Bro, that'll change your life alone. Just having a gratitude practice. Having a gratitude practice, man, is huge. Is huge. I just honestly that and believing you deserve it are the two things that actually are going to make you a successful trader or successful in any business. There's no person that you've heard of that's done anything great, whether they're a singer, a songwriter, a athlete, a businessman, whatever they do. There's nobody that has done anything great or impactful that didn't, one, believe in themselves, and two, didn't believe they deserved it. So they had to be grateful and believe in themselves that they could actually pull it off, and they had to believe they were deserving of it as well. And how do you believe that you're deserving of it? The work instills the worth. When you put the work in, you all of a sudden start to have this worth to yourself that you believe you deserve it. So when you show up every day, you know you're doing right. So that's the thing, man. Like only God can judge us, but you also judge yourself. So when you know you're not following through with what you need to do, when you know you're not doing the basics, when you know you're not waking up on time, going to sleep on time, eating the right foods, treating people the way you want to be treated, all this stuff, when you know you're not treating yourself the best, you think you're going to get on the charts and they're going to treat you the best? You don't even, it's your decisions you're making on the charts, and you're not treating yourself the best outside the charts. So you think you're going to treat yourself the best inside the charts? How you trade is how you live, and how you live is how you trade. And that's why I really push a gratitude practice. The work instills the worth, show up every day, be consistent. And all of a sudden, all these things start to move. You all of a sudden start to see things differently. All of a sudden, you're in and out of trades that go into drawdown, 15 minutes later, and you already are in and out and you ain't even worried about it. All of a sudden, you're seeing things very clearly. All of a sudden, you're in a calm state, you're in a grateful state. And even if I did stay in this trade and it went into drawdown, hey, you know what? I'm grateful that I called a winning trade. I just didn't get out at the right time. Next time, I'm gonna make sure I do that. Or next time, I'm gonna make sure I set stop loss to break even. This is how I've learned, and why I told you guys while I was in this trade what to do. Because I've done this so many times over and over and over and over and over again. And I've seen it so many times over and over and over again. And I understood where we're at, and I've learned the skill set. I've mastered the skill set to a certain degree. I'm always open to learning still. That's another thing. Never believe you know everything. I'm always open to learning. I'm not going to sit there and, tell some hedge fund trader that manages billions of dollars, my trading strategy. I'm going to sit down and shut my damn mouth and listen to him or listen to her. Right. So yeah, guys, it's gratitude practice, believing you deserve it. All of that stuff is massive, massive. That alone can change the trajectory of your life, let alone your trading journey. So yeah, I highly encourage you guys to develop some kind of gratitude practice and show up every day, and you'll start to believe you deserve what you're asking for. So let's see. Um, currently can't afford the mentorship. Do you believe currently can't afford the mentorship, but do you believe with VIP and the challenge could easily get the money? Yeah, so I actually used to, and Sandy's right. I'm offering financing for mentorship. As soon as today, actually, we're getting the systems set up for that. So yeah, you'll actually be able to get financing for mentorship. So it'll be like literally max you'll have to pay a month will be like $400 a month if you have like terrible credit and everything like that. Be like somewhere around like $300-400 a month. If you have like decent credit, it could be 100 200, and then if you have like really great credit, it's going to be like zero. So you can literally get in for like zero down. Is what I'm being told, at least by my team. So yeah, that's going to be crazy. So you'll be able to get mentorship at zero down. You'll be financing it and stuff through a third party. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Obviously, we'll want to make sure we're a good fit. So you'll go through a little questionnaire and stuff, and we'll make sure that we're actually going to be a good fit, and then you're ready to put in the work, and then yeah, go from there. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. So yeah, how I see it is I don't think not trying to predict the market. That's another thing. Don't try to predict it, try to just get in line. Get in line and get out when you're at the front of it. So yeah, not trying to predict it, but kind of like I said yesterday with this closing high, I did not believe we would close down here. This I don't think we fully engulf this candle. We could and close really low down here. I'm just not so sure. I think we hit the structure like we did at the bottom of this double top, right? We hit this just like I said we would if we did break down. And I think we, yeah, start to play around here. And I think maybe if we do continue down, we grab here, or we come down here, retest this, and we start to play around in this range, I think, for the rest of the day. I think we play around in this range for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow we have a move, or Friday we have a move that is either going to be continuing way down or continuing way up. And personally, I think it will be up. So we'll see. We'll see. Unless before then we break this structure. Like let's say today we do actually close super low and we break this structure, then we're in a different ball game. So yeah, and then London session will tell us a lot more. And then come to New York session tomorrow, we'll know a lot more. So yeah. Cool. Well, um, so yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask them. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get out of here. And if you made something with us today, freaking go in the free chat, man, and comment on that and be like, hey, made, X amount. I'd really appreciate that just to show people that hey, we're really out here doing this. We're out here helping people make money, and you don't have to even say how much you made. Just say, hey, I freaking caught that trade. It was great. Thank you so much. And if you want to share how much you made, that's awesome. I don't care if it's $1 or $1 million. But yeah, you're welcome. Cool. All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your day. And again, if you join VIP, I am going live with them tomorrow again. So if you do decide to join the VIP, the bio and stuff. So yeah. All righty, guys. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Peace.